Hello viewers and welcome to another episode for today. I'm William Abba and I'm here to give you detailed information about what is happening in the world at large. Heading to the news of today, which says Enugun calls emergency security meeting as suspected herdsmen in military police uniform kills skulls. Now the news in details. The Enugu state government has summoned an emergency meeting with all the security heads and stakeholders in the Ehelmofo in Enugu state, as herders attacked traders at the market and killed many people. The Punch had reported that herdsmen sacked 5 village settlements in Amofo Autonomous Community on Tuesday and had since remained in those settlements, destroying properties and burning houses. Police and other security agencies have equally refused to come to assist the community. The police were equally said to have asked local vigilantes to lead the operations against the killer herdsmen. A community leader, Chief Eric Ebe, on Friday told our correspondent that 3 more bodies killed on Thursday attack have been recovered while so many bodies are missing. Eric said in the afternoon yesterday, people in military and police uniforms that numbered over 40 stormed market and started shooting traders. Some people were burnt with motorcycles while others were burnt inside their shops. We have recovered 3 bodies this morning. We cannot go inside the village to search for more bodies and evacuate them because the town had a red zone. Eric, who lamented the level of destruction done to the community with government security agencies showing indifference to their plea, noted that more than 100 hectares of rice farms were destroyed. My 50 hectares of rice that is ready for harvest this January and cassava farms were completely destroyed by same suspects. Meanwhile, the state government has invited all the heads of security agencies in Isiuzo local government, traditional rulers from Ehiamufu Isiuzo local government chairman, youth leaders, all president generals, all clergy from Ehiamufu, and all heads of forest guards and neighborhood watch groups for an emergency security meeting to find a lasting solution to all forms of insecurity in the community. These emergency security meetings contained in a public service announcement issued on Friday by the Special Advisor to the Governor on Information, Steve. According to the announcement, the meeting with the Governor, Ifeanyi, will be held on Saturday, January 8, 2022 at the Government House, Enugu. All invitees to this meeting are expected to be seated by 9:30 a.m. on Saturday, 8 January 2022 at the Government House, Enugu, he read. Alright my people, that is it for the news. While I think the Igbo leaders helped the military to drive away Eastern Security Network, and they still could not protect them from herdsmen, well, I think the Igbos are watching the Eastern governors. Why are they even calling for meeting, if I may ask? Calling for meeting that you have no say on, the order will still come from Abuja, so what is the need for the meeting? Well, all the politicians kept quiet and Buhari was busy recruiting Boko Haram members into the military in the name of repentant terrorists. Buhari knows about everything happening in this country. That's what you get when you sell out your own people. The Eastern Security Network was already there for the Southeast before all this confusion started coming in, and now see what is happening. Well, I think they should bring back their Eastern Security Network because it will help them a long way. These herders are not ready to give up now because they are already used to seizing people's village, destroying people's crops. Alright my people, that is that for this. Heading to the other news, which is SOS sans fault Buhari's warning against court summons after office. Now the news in details. Senior advocates of Nigeria, civil society organizations, and the opposition People's Democratic Party have said that the president, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, should be ready to account for his actions when he leaves office next year. Their views came as a response to the president's statement during his interview on Channels Television on Wednesday that anybody who asks him to come and give any evidence in any court when he leaves office would be in trouble because he already made sure that all important issues are on record. Asked by his interviewers what comes into his mind after 2023 elections, he said, "It's not my problem." Asked further if he has no interest in who succeed him, he said no, let him come over whoever it is. All important things I made sure are on record. Nobody should ask me to come and give any evidence in any court. Otherwise, whoever it is will be in trouble because all important things are on record. I made sure about that. Important issues are all on record. But in their separate reactions on Friday, some senior advocates of Nigeria, including Mr. Femi Falana, Mr. Ifedayo, Mr. Mike, and Mr. Ebumolu said the constitution does not give immunity to former presidents, and so Buhari should be ready to be questioned when he leaves office. Felana said he believed Buhari was misquoted in that part of the interview, noting further that the orders that could not be enforced against him at the moment because of his immunity will be enforced when he leaves office. He stressed that the president will be called to account locally and internationally, making reference to a recent report by The Guardian titled, "BPP Kicks Against World of ICTN, Contract to Medical Fame." Felana said while still in office enjoying immunity from persecution, Buhari was already being indicted by a federal government agency. The Guardian report quoted the BPP as describing as embarrassing and illegal the alleged award of the contract for the International Cargo Tracking Node. Felana also made reference to several court judgments secured by an anti-corruption group, Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project against the Buhari regime. He said right now, Buhari is already being called upon to give account, not to talk of after he leaves office. These orders are going to be enforced. More accountability cases are likely to be filed between now and 2023 and thereafter. In view of the petition alleging extrajudicial killings by security forces, the Special Prosecutor of the International Criminal Court is likely to open investigations that may implicate top officials of the federal government. While he's still in power, even the BPP is indicting him. People have gone to court to say you and Rotimi Amechi can't award this contract. When he's out of office, he won't enjoy any immunity. So he should be expecting to be called upon to give account, and if the records are there, he will have to come forward to present the records. Those records are not in the public domain. Many of the time you request for information under FOI, Freedom of Information Act. So how can he say the records are there? Falana added that if nobody was in trouble, even now that Buhari is in office enjoying immunity and has all the forces, instrument of operation and intimidation, and people are suing him, demanding accountability, when he is no longer in power, his immunity would have expired, so he could be called to account for his actions locally and internationally. Similarly, Adeburuwa told Saturday Punch that the president was already trying to blackmail his successor, noting that when occupants of the position of the president, vice president, governor and deputy governor are automatically stripped of the immunity granted under Section 308 of the Constitution, and they could be summoned by any court according to the Section 6 of the Constitution. He said what the president has said is purely emotional blackmail and is using style to threaten his successor, which is unexpected of a president that claims to be fighting corruption. The person fighting corruption cannot himself be running away from investigation or probe, because that would be inconsistent with the president's open declaration to be ahead in anti-corruption fights. The immunity granted to him is limited while in office, and once he concludes his tenure, he can be arrested like every other citizen. There is no law that protects an ex-public officer from being summoned by the court to give evidence or account for their tenure. Under Section 6 of our Constitution, the courts are given the right and power to exercise jurisdiction over any citizens. And once the president completes his tenure in 2023, he should be expecting that a lot of times he will be summoned to account for his tenure. The railway projects, Chinese loans, amounts spent on electricity, and we are only getting darkness, and a lot of things the president has to account for. So he should be ready. As a matter of fact, he should be ready. Alright, my people, that is it for the news. Well, Mr. President, you will come when we need you. You must subject yourself to our laws, Mr. President. No one should be above the laws of the land. Well, if I were you, my next project now will be renovating, or better still, building an accommodation prison with very sound air condition in it. Because when you finish serving as a president, you will still also go and serve in prison. You have done a lot in this country, Mr. Man. Anyways, don't worry, when you are stripped of powers, you will know how it feels to be powerless and a bloody civilian. My advice is nothing lasts forever. Everything has its expiring date. So whenever we are opportune to be in places, we should behave normal, behave good to the people around us. Cause nothing lasts forever. Well, my people, that is that for today. We don't know your thoughts and opinion. We'd love you to share it with us at the comment section below. In case you haven't subscribed, we'd love you to do so. Please click on the subscribe button below and click on the bell by the side, so that whenever we drop our content, you'll be the first person to get notified. Thanks for staying tuned to this very last moment, and God bless you.